My stomach hurts, it hurts right here, and I can't feel this. Like, I can't feel anything, but my stomach hurts right there, and Brittany's stomach hurts here.
Abby and Brittany are leaving the world baffled by an unexpected decision. After years of living together in one body, pushing the boundaries of medicine, society, and prejudice, they are suddenly closing the most familiar chapter of their lives. Recent images reveal an unprecedented change tied to what is believed to be a private tragedy. Abby and Brittany are not only saying goodbye to the spotlight, but maybe embarking on a journey no one has ever seen before. Abby is married, a news that makes anyone who has ever followed Abby and Brittany's lives stop and reconsider everything they know. Abby and Brittany live in the same body, but Abby is now officially the wife of Josh, a nurse and veteran. Abby's marriage does not mean Brittany is separate or outside of the relationship. On the contrary, they continue to live together, work together, and share their daily lives. This creates a concept of family unlike any other, but one that functions in a stable, cohesive, and intentional way. Josh is not only Abby's husband, but also part of the small family that the three of them live together. He has been through the rigors of the military, worked in the medical field, and now lives in a home where two people share one body. In a wedding photo that went viral, all three appear together, Abby on the right, Brittany on the left, and Josh in the middle, holding hands with Abby. This marriage was not a sudden or shocking decision, but the result of a process of understanding, acceptance, and building trust together. Abby and Brittany are both adults, have stable jobs, independent lives, and the ability to make decisions for themselves. Abby has always been a stickler for clarity, while Brittany is soft-spoken and flexible, a person close to them once shared. But when it comes to something as important as this, they are united. No one denies that this is an event that cannot be named by any traditional mold, but the important thing is that it has happened naturally without any resistance from within. The family now consists of more than just three adults. Josh has a daughter from a previous relationship, and both Abby and Brittany appear with her at regular family events like going to the park, having dinner, or attending school events. It's not just natural for them to be involved in caring for and interacting with the child, it's become a regular part of their lives. As one friend who visited the house put it bluntly, "You can't tell the difference between normal and special anymore." Everything between them operates in its own way, but you feel like it's a real family. The relationship between Abby, Brittany, and Josh doesn't follow any logic defined in books or social norms, but its existence is as clear, coherent, and functional as any modern family. Abby and Brittany have never made an official statement about their specific roles in their marriage. But one thing is for sure, there is no conflict or disagreement. They have both chosen to live their lives the way they feel is right for them. It is a right of self-determination that they were both taught as children, and now they are exercising it in a situation unlike any other. In recent photos, Brittany has always appeared with Abby and Josh in all activities. She still maintains a calm, gentle demeanor, is the one who knows how to adjust the atmosphere, and is a delicate bridge between the two. There is no jealousy, no emotional distance, no comparison, because this is the way of life they have been familiar with since childhood. After establishing their own family, Abby and Brittany's life continued smoothly in the place they chose to stay, a peaceful town where they worked, lived, and built a future together. But to have the stability as it is now, the first condition is the ability to work and financial independence. This is also the content that will be clarified right after. A working life built on balance and clarity. Abby and Brittany are currently fifth-grade teachers at a Minnesota elementary school. It's a full-time job that requires expertise, daily interaction with students and colleagues, and classroom management responsibilities like any other teacher. What may surprise many is that they both have their own roles in the teaching profession, even though they share the same body. Abby handles math and logic, while Brittany focuses more on social studies and language arts. This division is not written down, but it is a clear agreement between the two and is naturally recognized by students and parents. When a student needs a math assignment re-explained, Abby handles it. If a paper needs editing or a history question, Brittany is the one to respond. They did not split the class into two, but instead taught the same class and managed the same group of students. This coordination happened every day in a way that outsiders might not have seen before. But to the students, this was familiar. In the classroom, the two always showed synchronization in decisions, in the way of organizing activities and handling situations. Each has a separate employment contract signed as an individual. This provides formal recognition by the school and the education system of Abby and Brittany's individual identities. Salaries are also divided separately based on their position, just like other teachers. Administrative clarity is important to help them maintain independence, both financially and in terms of their work responsibilities. In the workplace, Abby is often the one who takes the initiative to plan lessons and works with colleagues to discuss the curriculum. Brittany plays the role of pace-setter and observer, often spotting unusual situations in the classroom. Their combination creates a model of efficiency that few can compare to. There are no breaks or separate assignments like those of a typical working couple. Because they travel live and work together, the entire work is tailored to suit both of them. This requires a level of understanding and coordination that no other team can replicate. During staff meetings and professional conferences, Abby and Brittany have their own voices. They are treated as individuals who contribute ideas, contribute to lesson plans, and create learning environments. Those who work with them agree that they are one of the most dedicated and stable teaching couples in the school. One of the things that endears them to students is their consistency in how they communicate. When they agree, they speak as one person. When they have a difference of opinion, they use names to make it clear Abby thinks we should do this assignment first, or Brittany wants to change the discussion group. Students quickly get used to this distinction and understand that they are two separate teachers sharing the same classroom. When they leave school, they return to their family lives like any other teachers. But to be able to live and work stably as they do now, the first condition is not only social acceptance, but also the ability to fully master the special body they share. And all that coordination has started with their complex body structure, which will be analyzed in more detail shortly. One body. Two systems in perfect sync. Abby and Brittany live together in one body with two separate heads. Each controls one side of their body. Abby has full control of her right side, while Brittany controls her left. This applies not only to her limbs, but also to actions like walking, standing, running, typing, or performing everyday tasks like opening doors, pouring drinks, carrying things. Everything requires precise coordination, and they mastered it from a very young age. Internally, they have two hearts, two spines, two lungs, and two stomachs. Nonetheless, from the abdomen down, many organs are shared. They both share a liver, a large intestine, an excretory system, and a reproductive system. These organs still function normally, and there are no signs of abnormalities that affect daily activities. The coordination between the two people does not require words or signals, but almost happens by reflex. In real life, if Abby feels a stomach ache, Brittany doesn't feel it, and vice versa. Each person feels the part they control separately. This creates a complex but effective system of control. Abby and Brittany have learned to listen to their bodies, understand their limits, and care for themselves like any other person. They can walk, climb stairs, drive, and participate in many physical activities, such as going for walks, shopping, and playing sports. They both work together to maintain balance in their movements. When riding a bike, Abby pedals on the right, Brittany on the left. When playing a musical instrument, each controls a side of the keyboard or handle. These skills cannot be learned from a book. They can only be achieved through years of practice. When driving, each person is in charge of their own controls. Abby uses her right foot to press the accelerator and brake, while Brittany handles the signal's steering wheel and left-hand controls. Both have passed their driving tests independently and are properly licensed. With no special equipment, they use regular cars and drive to the best of their ability. There are some slight differences in their height and bone structure. Brittany is slightly shorter than Abby due to a slight growth spurt during puberty. She also has more developed calves because she has to walk on her tiptoes to accommodate Abby's long legs. To keep their bodies balanced, doctors intervened by adjusting the length of Abby's spine to ensure they both grew evenly. They had undergone complex surgery to correct their spines and enlarge their chests in the past. The surgery was done to help them breathe easier as adults and improve their posture. The surgery was successful, and they are now in stable health with no serious complications. Their clothes are tailored to fit. Many have two different collars and styles to reflect their individual personalities. Even when they wear the same shirt, they still maintain a clear identity as Abby and Brittany. Likewise, when it comes to shoes, they choose styles that fit each of them based on their height and the size of their feet. In their daily lives, Abby and Brittany perform all of their personal activities in a routine manner. They brush their teeth, wash their faces, wash their hair, and get dressed together in unison. Without having to delegate tasks, they know when to stop and when to move on. Both can use computers, phones, and other technological devices like normal people. When typing, each person uses their hand to control half of the keyboard. They type at the same speed as a person using two hands thanks to their perfect coordination. Their digestive systems function naturally. They often share meals, choosing dishes based on common preferences or agreement. In cases where tastes differ, one will yield or adjust to suit the needs of both. Absorption and digestion occur normally just like anyone else. It's this ability to operate in sync that has helped Abby and Brittany develop from needy children into fully independent adults. And to understand where they built this foundation, we need to look back to their early years, the time when the foundation for all their later perfect coordination was laid. Childhood education and media spotlight. Abby and Brittany were born in Minnesota in the same body with two separate heads. From a young age, they were taught that they were two different people entitled to make their own choices and respected as individuals. This education did not come from theory, but from their parents' determination to let them develop naturally like other children. Rather than risk separation, the family decided to raise them as they were. This decision was based not only on medical advice, but also on parental intuition. They did not see this as a special case that needed to be hidden, but as two girls on a different developmental path. Abby and Brittany attend public school. They live, learn, and play sports like other students. In class, they each have their own opinions, their own assignments, and are graded as two students. When it comes to extracurricular activities, they choose activities that suit their physical abilities and coordination, like volleyball and softball. There are no special privileges or special education programs created for them. All school activities are treated the same as for other students. Teachers, friends, and everyone who comes into contact with them understand and accept the way Abby and Brittany present themselves in school and in life. From a young age, Abby showed signs of being more rational, planning, and quick to react to specific situations. Brittany was quieter, more observant, and considered her choices. These differences did not create conflict, but rather helped them complement each other, creating a balance in every situation. Abby and Brittany's media exposure began when they were very young. They were first widely known through a major television show. After that, magazines, documentaries, and international media followed and documented their growth. These shows did not recreate or create an image, but recorded the real lives of the two people at different stages. In those appearances, the audience not only saw two girls with special bodies, but also recognized their independent personalities and initiative in thinking. Abby and Brittany always answered questions clearly and confidently, showing that they knew very well who they were and what they wanted. The media initially focused on them because of their unique physical appearance. But the more they watched, the more interested the public became in how the two of them could coordinate study play and make decisions together without much trouble. Their lifestyle surprised viewers, but also made many people rethink the definition of the word normal. When they entered high school, Abby and Brittany continued to attend public school, maintaining a familiar rhythm of life. They had friends, social activities, exams, and homework like any other student. There was no seclusion in the learning environment, nor did they ask for it. One of the highlights was when they both decided to enroll in college. They chose education because they loved imparting knowledge and working with children. In their early years, they tried to study two different majors. Nevertheless, the differences in class schedules, assignments, and program requirements made them decide to study the same major to ensure effectiveness. After completing the program, Abby and Brittany graduated from college with a bachelor's degree in education. It was not only a personal milestone, but also an affirmation that physical differences do not hinder the pursuit of knowledge and the achievement of career goals. From attending class on time, doing homework, participating in school internships, to passing exams. It was all the result of their combined efforts and clear personal will. All of that would not be possible without the guidance of the family. The first place that helps them understand that they have the right to choose and can live true to themselves. The role of parents and the living environment is the point that will be clarified right after. Family support and the foundation of individuality. Abby and Brittany grew up in a family with a clear, realistic, and consistent parenting style. Mike and Patty were the first to insist that their two daughters be treated as individuals regardless of their physical appearance. This mindset has had a direct impact on Abby and Brittany's entire development. From infancy, their parents rejected any unnecessary and dangerous separation. They had a clear goal of creating a normal life for both children within a realistic, unambiguous framework. Instead of placing them in a special position or being overly cautious, they were encouraged to participate in all activities like other children of the same age. Mike is principled, quiet, but clear in his views. Patty is more soft-spoken and flexible, often the one to explain to teachers, neighbors, and others how the family views Abby and Brittany's differences. They both agree never to lump the two children together. They register their children under separate names on all paperwork. When buying things, each has their own preferences and choices, and that is always respected. Raising two children in one body requires a lot of awareness in every small decision. The family does not impose. Instead, all activities are based on the principle of exchange and agreement. If one person wants to do something but the other does not, the parents will not stand up to choose for them, but let both of them talk and agree with each other. As children, Abby and Brittany were taught by their parents to express their own opinions. At meals, they each chose their own dishes. When shopping for clothes, they decided on the style and color. If they had disagreements, they worked things out. This approach helped them develop the ability to communicate and work together without becoming one. As they grew older, they were allowed to choose their own education and career paths. Their parents didn't force them. They didn't keep them home or prevent them from socializing. Abby and Brittany learned how to shop, interact with strangers, handle money, and plan their own lives from a very early age. These things helped them become independent as they entered adulthood. One principle that has been held true throughout their upbringing is respect for differences. Abby and Brittany have the right to be different. They may like different colors, eat different foods, have their own thoughts and feelings. The family does not try to force them to be completely compatible, but rather helps them learn how to live together in a respectful and realistic way. Abby and Brittany's story is special, not only because they share a body, but also because of how they choose to live it, clearly, calmly, and with determination. From family to work, from love to personal life, they handle everything in a realistic and admirable way. If you find their journey inspiring, or simply a different perspective on independence and adaptability, don't forget to like the video, share, to spread the story to more people, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on authentic content like this. You can also leave a comment below to share your thoughts. What do you find most impressive about their lives? Thank you for watching until the end.